Hey everybody, this is Carl with PaveChaser. We are a motorcycle streetwear and apparel company, and this is going to be the third video in our MotoVan build series. Now if this is your first time here, be sure to check those other videos out. If you like what you see on here and you want to see more, be sure to subscribe and trigger that little bell. It would really mean a lot to us. I got to leave and pick up the van right now because it's been at the shop for the past week or so getting the floor installed, and once I pick it up, we're going to take a look at it, cue the intro, and I'll see you in a few minutes. I just got back from picking up this van from a company here in town. Now, a few people asked me why I went to a specialty company like I did to have my floor installed. Why not do like a lot of the videos on YouTube where, you know, people are building out their van life vans they're going to live in or whatever, and basically they just install and cut out some plywood subflooring. And why didn't I just go that route? Because yes, it would have been a whole lot cheaper. The problem with that is that I'm going to be carrying multiple motorcycles, or at least one motorcycle a lot of the time back there. And in the event of, you know, driving along and having to suddenly stop, I'd really appreciate not having an 800-pound hunk of metal smoke me from behind. So yeah, I chose to bring this part of the van build to a company that specializes in that type of flooring. So I'm going to find us a little spot to pull over and we can take a closer look. It doesn't sound very exciting, but it is pretty cool. Okay, so I found a spot here, and you can see right off the bat, the very first thing is we got this beautiful diamond plate flooring. It looks like it's made out of metal, but it's not. It's actually a non-stick lawn seal. This is the same type of flooring they use in the ambulances around here, and so it's very durable, very strong, very sturdy, and of course non-stick, which is a great thing for motorcycles. If you get a little bit of water in your shoes, your tires are wet, it's not going to slide around, so that's really good. The next thing you're going to see is I've got 3 tracking systems built into the floor here. I got the center one, which goes basically from the back of the van right up to about 3/4 of the way to the front, and then I got 2 shorter ones on either side. Now, L-tracking has a number of different attachments you can get for it, and the nice thing is that it's quick release, and so by having the L-track integrated into the flooring system, I'm not inhibiting my ability to use this for anything else because it's basically flush. I mean, it sticks out just a little tiny bit. The flooring is usable for anything I need to, and in the event that I want to put a motorcycle in, I've got this wheel chock here, and so we've got 3 little connectors there, and this is an example of a piece of L-track here. It's got a bunch of little holes in it. There we go. So it kind of looks like this, got a bunch of holes, and then you've got the bottom of this, and that basically will slide in. When you pull this little lever here, you can now slide it in, and so that locks it in place. And in order to take this off, you pull this little lever here and you can slide it. So this will actually be installed right on those tracks inside the van. So I can choose to have a center wheel chock all the way up for, say, I'm carrying a larger bike, or maybe I want to carry 2 smaller bikes, and that's what the 2 smaller rails on the side are for. I'm going to be able to take this wheel chock and I'm going to be able to connect it anywheres along this strip, and when I'm not using it, I can pull it right out. One of the complications is that when you buy these L-track systems, it comes with this piece I was using to show you how the L-track looks, and this is meant to be screwed into a trailer or something, and then this wheel chock will actually work where you install that little piece. Because I've actually installed full stripping here and I have them actually inset into the floor. This system is not going to work as is, so I'm going to have to take this to a fabrication company, and basically you can see at the bottom here we've got these little bolts or little connectors here. We're going to basically have those extended down about 1/4 of an inch, and then this will work perfectly in this system. Also with the L-track, I can get removable D-rings, so I can get the D-rings and slide them anywhere I want on this center track. So the idea is I can have 2 of these wheel chocks on each of those shorter rails up front, and then I can have my D-ring attachments in the center one where I can tie them down to. And of course, as I mentioned in my previous videos, the Ford Transit has integrated D-rings all along the sides, both sides. So on either side of those, the motorcycles will tie down there, and then the center strip will be for, of course, the inside portion of the handlebars on the bike. These L-tracks are not just bolted down to the floor, they're actually structurally supported underneath the van. They're good for about 4,000 pound pull, and so that's very important, as I mentioned earlier, so that in the event of emergency braking, you know, the motorcycles that are tied down there are not going to come flying off. Theoretically, I should be able to roll this thing and the bike should still be in place. Let's hope I never have to test that. This works well in the back of a van, but it also would work well in the back of a half-ton or in a trailer, things like that. The next thing for us is I'm getting my second wheel chock, bringing it to the fabricators, and they're going to customize it so it'll work, and then I will do an actual video on how the motorcycles will tie down into the system. Once that happens, they're backed up by a couple of weeks, so I didn't want to hold off on this video until then. So in the meantime, if you like this video and you enjoyed some of the content that we're putting out, love to have you subscribe, trigger that little bell, and we'll see you in the next one.